afternoon, Spuds Country from H.A. Thompson Arena in North Fargo, North Dakota. We are live. This will be a 100% recorded and rebroadcast game because we can't get on the Wi-Fi and the hotspot doesn't work either. Warm-ups are complete. Mandan heads to their bench. Moorhead takes to the ice for their laps. This is game 3 of the Fargo International Tournament. Your Moorhead Spuds have been showing their dominance in the first 2 games on an 8-goal, 8-0 victory over Elk River last night and a 10-1 victory over the Fort Francis Leaves this morning. Mandan takes to the ice. Spuds take to the ice. It's going to be number 12, Sion Lee, and number 6, Talia Little, left and right. Centering it up will be number 10, Brooke Lane. On the blue line is going to be number 7, Nevaeh Hendrickson, and number 18, Kaylin Ekren. Back in net, ever strong, is number 33, Ellie Paulson. Puck is down. We are underway. Stolen away by Lee. Lane will collect it along the near side wall. She's going to get pinched up right on the blue line. Puck's going to be sent all the way down into the Mandan zone. Cleared out all the way along the far side wall. It's going to make it all the way into the Moorhead end. Ekren will have to chase it down back behind her own net. Up and out with Little. Little sends it across to Shirley, who knocks it into the Mandan zone. Down into the corner, it'll be Ross with Shirley in her pocket. Puck will come around to the far side to Swenson. Taken out to center and knocked away from Walker. Pocket is going to bring it back down to the Mandan end. Shirley tried for the shot. Pocket picks it up, and Dobitz will make the save and get it covered up. 14:02, first period. 0-0 on the board. Faceoff is going to come to the near side of the Mandan end. Draw is going to be between Hohers and Shirley. Puck will be sent around back behind the net. Pocket in the corner. It's up to Swenson. Swenson shot. Blocker saved. Dobitz. Rebound picked up by Strand. Goes off the side of the cage. We knocked away by Mandan and onto the near side wall. Stolen away by Shirley. She sends it back behind the net. It'll go along the far side wall, and she'll go get it over there. Strand knocks it away. Puck slides out to center. Swenson will dump it back in. Schmidt along the far side wall has it stolen away by Strand. Shirley comes away with it. It'll carry it back behind the net. Centering pass goes off the back of the cage. It'll end up coming over to the near side to Frost. Out to center, all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Swenson's going to give chase. She'll pick it up right behind her net. Throw it off the near side wall to Shirley. Shirley in the neutral zones. Throws it off the wall to herself. Carries it in. Centering pass to Hockett. Shot is going to get kicked down and covered up by Dobitz. Face-off will come to the near side of the Mandan end. Between Little and a mystery Bismarck or a Mandan skater. Puck will get sent all the way through center and down into the Moorhead end. Ekren will have to collect it behind her own net. Ekren ahead. That one slides all the way out. It's going to go all the way down to the Mandan end and get called back on icing. 12:36, first period. Face-off will be far side of the Moorhead zone. between Little and Graves. Moorhead's going to win the draw. It'll be controlled by Hendrickson. She's going to carry it behind her own net, send it off the near side wall to lead. Held in by Davis. Sent across, intercepted by Retzer. Then cleared out to center by Lee. Lee has it knocked away by Graves, but she gets it back on the near side wall, takes a shot that'll be blocked by Walker. Puck will end up down in the far side corner. Up to Little along the wall. She drops it off to Ekron. Ekron with the one-timer that goes just wide to the left and around onto the near side to Hendrickson. Back behind the net, Retzer tries to send it ahead. It'll be picked off by Tipton. Retzer will steal it back and hand it off to Ekron at the point. Ekron, top of the slot, shot. Just about found its way in, but it was a big glove save by Dobitz. And Mandan is going to take it back the other direction. Melhoff into the Moorhead zone. She takes a shot that gets redirected up into the air, right into the glove of Paulson. And we'll have 11.5 to go here in the first. Face-off will go to the near side. It'll be controlled by Chase. She sends it down in. It's going to be redirected back behind the net, picked up there by Kotzman. Sent out in front, stolen away by the Spuds. Schmidt just inside her own zone. She's going to carry it behind the net, sling it along onto the near side wall, and it'll be cleared back out by Ross. Stolen away by Swenson. Handled by Hockett and Strand just outside the Mandan end on the near side. Brinks and Swenson. Chase steps in to help. Puck is going to slide down into the Moorhead zone. Be cleared right back out by Strand. Hockett along the near side wall, looks to send it across. Going to have it blocked up in traffic. And it'll find its way back out to Lovejoy at center. Stolen away by Ross along the far side into the Moorhead zone. It's going to get knocked around. Mandan's going to come away with it. Centering pass cross ice to Frost is going to go all the way onto the near side boards and find its way out to center. Olivia Chase down and in, takes a shot. Swenson blocks it away. Picked up by Frost. And she'll put the shot on that's going to find its way off the post and in behind Paulson. So Mandan will strike first with 10:06 to go and take the 1-0 lead.
Not it. Take the point off.
Oh. Ref said it was not a good goal. So faceoff will come to the near side. Be controlled by the Spuds and sent out through center with Lane. Lane down and in, shot, kick save, and then it's going to find it. So I retract my previous statement. Stop done. About the Mandan striking first. It'll be the Spuds that strike first with 9.5 to go in the first. Puck will be sent down into the Moorhead zone on the stick of Frost. She'll get steered over on the far side and send the puck back behind the net. Handled by Hendrickson. Cleared out by Lane. Walker at center, chips it back into the Moorhead end. Hendrickson out to Retzer. It'll end up with Lane near side or far side of the Mandan end. She'll get steered back behind the net, centers it up to Retzer. Retzer with a shot. Kick save made by Dobitz. Ekron will have it. She's going to try for the shot that's going to go around back behind the net and all the way out through center. Swenson will collect just inside of her own zone. Swenson tries to send it ahead. It's going to be picked off by Frost. She'll hand it off to Dirk, who takes the shot that'll go off the side of the cage. Out in center, intercepted by Melhoff, who dumps it into the Moorhead zone. It'll be cleared right back out by Swenson. Down and in, Strand shot, kick save, Dobitz. Right through the crease, over to Hockett, who sends it up to Swenson. Swenson will send it back behind the net. And along the near side wall, it'll be Walker. She's going to toss it out to center, and Lovejoy will knock it away. Down into the Moorhead zone, Walker. Swenson is able to poke check it away and into the corner. It'll bounce up and in on the side of Paulson, who will cover it up. So face-off will come to the near side of the Moorhead zone between Graves and Shirley. Swenson will control it off the back wall and around to the far side to Strand. It's going to float free in the far side face-off circle. Swenson will take control. Round behind the net. Melhoff takes a side angle shot that Paulson is going to knock down and get covered up and hold on to the 1-0 Moorhead lead. Face-off is going to be won by Lane. Handed to Swenson. She'll carry it back behind the net, send it the other direction. It'll be Retzer along the near side boards who tries to clear. Held in by Chase. Sent back down into the corner. Swenson will go get it back behind the net. Swenson up and off the glass to Little. Tries to clear. It'll be held in by Chase. Melhoff along the near side up to Chase. Knocked away by Lane. Lane going the other direction. One on nobody. She's going to lose a handle. It's going to come free and go back behind the net. Little will collect it back there and have a Mayhem skater in a back pocket. Look to clear. Held in by Swenson. Lane has it. They'll bring it right along the blue line. She's going to throw it off the wall and go for the change. It'll be handled by Little, who's going to flip it up into the air right out in front of Dobitz. Mandan tries to clear. Swenson is there to hold it. Along the far side wall, it'll be taken by Kotzman. Turned the other direction by Lovejoy. Melhoff, near side, out through center. That one is going to go all the way down and cross the goal line and get called back on icing. And we'll have 6:46 to go here in the first. Face-off near side in the Mandan zone between Shirley and Ross. Will get sent back behind the Mandan net. Carried up along the far side wall. Turned out through center, Ross. She'll have it knocked away by Hendrickson. Strand will knock it free out at center. Strand. Right through the center. Tries for the shot. Gets knocked down by Schmidt in traffic. Rebound is picked up and sent on Dobitz, who kicks it away. Shirley picks it up. She tries for the shot that's going to get knocked down by Ross. We'll end up with Hendrickson on the near side, down into Shirley. Shirley tries for the shot. It gets knocked down by Dobitz and covered up. Puck will be held up along the near side wall and cleared out to center by Brinks. Down into the Moorhead zone, it's going to be Kotzman and Ekron, who steers her all the way down into the corner. Puck will be sent along the far side to Ross. Spuds try to clear. Ekron across to Hendrickson, who's able to send it out to center. Strand right down the middle, 2-on-1, takes a shot that's going to get knocked down and go back behind the net. And it's going to be taken the other way on the stick of Schmidt. For Walker. Steered in near side. Walker loses an edge. And Lovejoy is headed to the box. Not sure what the call is going to be. All right, that's a 5-minute major. So Mandan will go to a 5-minute power play. Okay, they just took the 5-minute off the board, put on a 2 minutes. Faceoff is going to go to the near side of the Moorhead end between Lane and Ross. Up to Walker, shot. Kick save made, cleared out by Ecker. Up to Davis on the far side, who loses the edge when she takes a shot. Swenson will have it back behind the net. She'll send it along the far side wall. Cleared out to center by Lane. She gets held up. It'll get flipped back out to center by Walker. Kotzman tries to take it in. And Mandan will go in offside. They'll have 1.5 minutes left on their power play, and we'll have 4.5 minutes left into the first period. Face off our side, just outside the Mandan zone, is going to be controlled by the Spuds, driven into the zone on the far side by Hockett. Her shot is knocked away right before she can get it off by Kotzman. And the Mayhem will take it back out through center and dump it into the Moorhead end. Little sends it ahead. Picked up by Davis, turned back down the other direction. She has her cross ice stolen by Shirley. Shirley carries it down and in, tries for the shot that'll get knocked away in traffic down into the near side corner. Puck sent out through center. Little will go after it just inside of her own zone. Little up to Hendrickson. Hendrickson tosses it ahead. Shirley backhands it in. It'll be Davis who sends it across to the far side. Handled there by Hockett. Stolen away by Mandan. Taken down the other direction by Frost, 1-on-2. She's going to take the shot. Kick save made by Paulson. And the Spuds are going to be skating 5-on-3 as Shirley skates to the box for tripping. So we'll be skating 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. Face off far side is going to be handled by Mandan. Moorhead tries to clear. Beckman along the far side or along the near side wall. We'll have it back behind the net. Chipped away. Shot from the point is going to go just wide of the net. Little will have it along the near side wall. And this time Little is going to get taken down by Poehers. Poehers is going to go to the box for checking. And the Mayhem have had their, well, I don't know if it's the Mayhem or the Spuds or who it is, but the entire audience just got warned for hooting and hollering and yellering. So, yeah. That'll negate the 5-on-3. We'll have 5 seconds of 5-on-4. Then it'll be 4-on-4 for 1.5 minutes. Puck sent back behind behind the Mandan net. Will be cleared out by Kotzman. Lane will have it just inside her own zone. Kotzman along the near side wall. Lee is able to steal it away. It comes up to Chase at the point. She takes a shot that'll get knocked out in traffic. And it's cleared out to center. So face-off just outside the Moorhead zone on the far side is going to be controlled by Ekman and stolen away by the Mayhem, run down into the Moorhead end by Ross. Ross tries for a backhand. It's going to get picked off by Hendrickson. It'll end up with Brinks, who takes a shot that'll get knocked down in traffic. Sent out to center, Hockett. Schmidt knocks it away. Will be Little just outside the Mandan zone, who will take it across to the far side and dump it in. 24 seconds left on 4-on-4. Then the Spuds will go to the power play for half a minute. Swenson back behind her own net, sends it up the near side wall to Hendrickson, who sends it out to center. Schmidt intercepts back into the Moorhead zone, stolen away by Swenson. Shot taken, will be blocked away out in front of Paulson. Spuds try to clear. It'll be held in by Schmidt. Her shot is going to get knocked down by Strand, or by Hockett, who will send it the length of the ice. And that one will get called back on icing. We'll have 14 seconds left on the Moorhead power play. Faceoff is going to come back to the far side of the Moorhead end between Frost and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw. Strand will try to send it out to center. It'll be held in by Walker and turned out by Swenson. Shirley up to Swenson. Swenson across ice to Strand at center. Knocked back out by the Mayhem. It's going to be Hoherz will carry it into the Moorhead end along the near side wall. Swenson will knock it free. Davis. Turned the other direction by Swenson. Davis will have it. She's going to send it all the way across and into the far side corner. Lovejoy slings it up the wall. Shirley will come away with it on the far side. 1-on-2 going the other direction. She's going to carry it in. Shot. Rebound loose. It's finally going to get covered up by Dobitz. We'll have 32.3 seconds left here in the first. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Mandan zone. It's going to be sent over to the near side by Lane, and Hendrickson will send it back behind the net. Along the near far side, Ekman flips it back down into the corner. Walker sends it right back over to Ekman. Far side, Graves. He'll find its way back behind the net and onto the near side boards, where Melhoff is able to clear it off. Dump back in by Hendrickson. And that will do it for the first. And they zammed right before we started. So we'll go to the third, and we'll be back in just a minute. 15 minutes in the book, 30 minutes to go. We're back to start the second. Refs have taken to the ice. Mandan has taken to the ice. Spuds slowly work their way out. Paulson will be in net. Swenson and Lovejoy will be on the blue line. Strand and Hockett will be left and right, and Shirley will be centering it up. Ross is going to win the draw. Swenson will pick it off before it goes into the Moorhead zone and send it the other direction. And along the far side, Ross off the wall, down into the Moorhead end, picked up by Lovejoy and sent over to Swenson. Swenson and Hockett try to get it clear. Held in right at the blue line by Kotzman. She'll take a shot that's going to get gloved up by Paulson. Face-off will be far side of the Moorhead end. Along the far side wall, Lee is able to carry it out to center. She'll have it knocked away by Ross. Kotzman will have it along the near side, flip it into the corner and give chase. Around behind the net, far side, it'll be Hendrickson. Up and off the wall, it'll be held in by Chase and cleared out by Lane. One-on-one, going the other direction. Lane carries it around, shot, blocker save made by Dobitz. Will end up along the far side wall. Centering pass, nobody home. Picked up by Lane, sends it up to Ekron. Ekron is going to dump it right back down and behind the net. Little tries to send it back the other direction. It's going to be intercepted by Kotzman and sent out to center. Hendrickson will have it on the far side, inside of her own end. Two sticks come free. Puck is still held up back behind the Moorhead net. Lane is going to come away with it. Along the far side wall, she's got Brinks in her pockets. They're not Brinks, excuse me. It'll be Hohers. Pockets. Shot. Right into the breadbasket of Dubitz, who will hang on to it. Faceoff will come to the near side of the Mayhem end. I still haven't done this yet, though. Spuds are wearing their home orange sweaters with the black and white trim and skating right to left here in the second. Mandan is wearing their black travel sweaters with the red and white trim. Swenson shot, knocked down in traffic out in front of the net. She gets her own rebound, puts it back on, and goes just about 3 inches shy of the pipe. And this time, Melhoff, back behind the net, is going to get sent to the bench for checking. So that'll send, or not Melhoff, but Walker. So that'll send the Spuds. Walker. Face off near side of the Mandan end between Ross and Shirley will end up with Lovejoy up at the point. She'll send it down in to Retzer, centering pass with a shot. Will get covered up by Dubitz. Face off far side between Ross and Shirley. Ross is going to win the draw. Swenson cross ice is going to be intercepted by Kotzman. Down to the other end we go. Shot the goal by Kotzman. We'll tie this game up on a short-handed goal by Kotzman. Face-off out at center will be sent into the Mandan zone and cleared right back out by Schmidt. Taken down in the Moorhead zone, it'll be Ross and Hendrickson back behind the net. Ross tries to center it up. It'll go to Kotzman, who takes a shot that'll go wide of the net. It'll end up with Little along the near side. Tries to clear it out. Ross holds it. Ross at center along the near side wall. Akron is going to pin her up there. Spuds will have a minute and a half left, or a minute and a nickel left on their power play. Down into the Mandan zone. Lane looks for the backhand. And Dubitz is going to get the kick save and get it covered up. $11:51 to go in the second. 55 seconds left on Moorhead's power play. Tied up at 1. Faceoff comes to the far or the near side between Hohers and Shirley. Hendricks across to Ekron. She'll have it knocked free by Hohers. And Hockett comes away with it in the middle, tries to send it down in. It'll end up out at center with Ekron, who dumps it back in, and the Spuds will be offside. Face-off at center is going to be Hohers and Shirley. Will be controlled by Mandan. Schmidt will send it along the near side wall to Hohers. And apparently Ekron is going to the box. I did not see what for. So that will be a 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. Then the Mayhem will go to the power play for a minute and a half. Face-off near side between Ross and Shirley is going to get sent over to the near side wall and cleared out to center by Hockett. Hockett Schmidt going the other direction. Shot by Hockett. She's going to dribble in. Face off at center between Ross and Shirley. Will be dropped into the Moorhead zone momentarily, cleared out by Little. Down into the Mandan zone. Puck will float free. Kotzman will get control and take it the other direction. Into the Moorhead zone, poke checked away by Little. Kotzman will get her handle on it. She's going to try to take the shot and will end up down with Ross. Centering pass back over to Brinks, who puts a shot on that'll go off the post. It'll be held up in the far side corner. Kotzman and Little set along the near side wall and up to Chase. It'll dribble out to center, and Hockett will have it. Hockett and Shirley go in the other direction. 2-on-2. Hockett over to Shirley. Has a little bit too much heat on it. It'll end up down in the corner. And Brinks is able to clear it. She crosses the red line, dumps it into the Moorhead zone. There'll be Little back behind her own net, who will pick it up. Lee along the far side through center. He's going to bring it down to the near side. 1-on-4 going in. She's still going to get a shot away that's to be stick down by Dubitz. Swenson will have it along the far side wall. Into Lee. Shot. Stick save made by Dubitz. She'll steer it back behind the net. It'll come around to the near side to Hendrickson, who puts a shot on. And Walker is going to knock that one down out in front. Out through center, all the way down into the Moorhead zone. That one's going to get called back on icing. And Mandan will have a nickel left on their power play. 9.5 minutes to go. 2-1 Moorhead lead. Second period. Face-off comes back to the Mandan end on the near side. O'Hurs and Lane to square it up. Lane is going to send it back behind the net and give chase. It'll be held up along the far side wall by Retzer and Kotzman. Side angle centering pass, shot. Lane is blockered away by Dobitz. It'll end up with Hendricks on the far side who will take the point or take the shot. Little drops it off for Ekron, and it'll slide out to center. Spuds will have to reset. Lane, top of the slot, has it knocked away. Hendricks will hold it in at the blue line, takes the shot. Kick save made by Dubitz. Mandan tries to clear. Will be back behind the net. Frost along the near side wall, stolen away by Lane and cleared out by Hohers. Hendrickson along the far side wall, chipped ahead by Lovejoy, cleared back out by Hohers and sent back in. Will be held up along the far side wall all the way across the near side to Frost. Out to center, to Strand is there to intercept. She's going to dump it into the near side corner and give chase. We'll end up back behind the net with Davis and Strand. Turned over onto the near side wall by Dobitz, or by Walker. Sent out through center. Swenson will have it just inside of her own zone. Across to Lovejoy, up to Lane. Lane sends it across to Swenson, near side. She's the only one there. Brings it into center. And the Phoenix goal. Swenson bangs it in from the corner. And that is going to put the Spuds up by 2. 3-1. 7:48. Both teams full, or both teams even strength. Schmidt tries to send it into the Moorhead end. It'll be picked off by Lovejoy. Sent back the other direction by Graves. It's going to be stalled along in the near side wall and sent on the far side by Schmidt. Picked off by Swenson on the cross ice. She's going to carry it in 2-on-1. We'll drop it off for Shirley, who takes the shot. Kick save made by Dubitz. Mayhem come away with it. Melhoff, center ice, dumps it into the Moorhead zone. Won't make it all the way into the corner. Lovejoy is there to intercept. She tries to send it over to the near side. Melhoff is going to pick it off. Brings it right down into the center by Schmidt. Her shot, her backhand is going to go just wide. Spuds look to clear it out. Puck free in the slot. Will get sent over to the far side. Shot. Swenson intercepts. Sends it back over to the far side wall. Across the Strand. Chips it out to center. Schmidt and Shirley into the Mayhem zone. Along the far side wall. And they kicked out to center by Melhoff. Ekron is there to knock it away from her. Ekron. Off the wall behind the net. It'll be picked up by Kotzman. Takes the shot that goes high and over the top of the net. It'll end up along the near side wall. Kotzman's going to have her own rebound. She'll send it back behind the net. Lovejoy into the near side corner. It'll be Kotzman who sends it out. Davis and Lee are going to go after it, and it's going to end up in the far side corner of the Mandan zone. Around to the near side wall, Shirley. She tries to backhand it into the center. It'll be intercepted by Ross. And the Mayhem are able to clear it out again. Dump back in by Ekron, and the Spuds will go in offside. 5:44, 3-1 Moorhead lead. Face off far side. Just outside the Mandan zone. Between Lane and Ross. Ross is going to win the draw. Spuds are going to come away with it. Eckern is going to drive the zone on the near side. She's going to carry it right around back behind the net. And into the far side corner, she'll have it knocked away by Schmidt. Puck with Kotzman along the near side wall. Stripped away from Ross, out at center by Little. To be held up right in front of the Spuds bench. Little will go after it. Sent cross ice. Picked off by Hendrickson, sent to the near side boards. And Mayhem are able to clear. Kotzman right down the middle. She'll carry it all the way over to the far side and into the corner. Tries to set it up. It's going to get intercepted by Lane. She'll pick it up back behind the net. Sends it out center. Up to Walker at the point. Shot goes wide in the net. It'll end up back behind with Hohers. Spuds come away with the rebound back behind the net. Eckern's going to drive it out the other direction. She drops it off for Lane. And the Spuds are going to go in offside. We'll have 4:38 left in the second. Faceoff is going to be far side, just outside the Mandan end. Hohers and Shirley going to be dropped back to Swenson, who's going to try to chip it ahead, and it'll end up on the Spuds bench. So faceoff will come back out to center between, I'm guessing, Shirley and Hohers. Shirley back to Swenson. It'll end up down in the Moorhead end. Swenson will get it. She's going to send it out to center. Handled by Chase, stolen away by Hockett. She's going to drive the zone, tries for the shot, but it's going to go high and over the net. It'll end up with Strand. Be stolen away by Hohers along the near side wall. Out through center. Picked off by Strand and dumped back into the Mandan zone. Lovejoy along the near side wall. And Chase. It'll end up on the stick of Dirk, who dumps it into the Moorhead end. Cleared back out by Swenson. Far side. Hohers is going to send it in the near side corner. And the Mayhem were offside on that. So faceoff comes back out to center on the far side, just outside of the Moorhead end. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in the second. Faceoff is going to be controlled by Moorhead. Lane and Little will have it picked off by Melhoff to Graves, to Schmidt, who sends it cross ice to Tipton, who's going to carry it in and dump it into the corner. It'll come all the way around to the near side. Sent the other direction by Eckern to Hendrickson to Lee, who tries to clear it out. She's able to do so. Lane at center. Lane and Little go in the other direction. 2-on-1. Lane and down in top of the slot. Backhand shot. Kick saved by Dobitz. Will end up back behind the net and be cleared out by the Mayhem. Melhoff center ice. He's going to drive it down and in. She'll dump it into the corner. It's going to go all the way around to the far side where it'll end up on the stick of Hendrickson. Sent out to center by Lee. Walker will have it near side, dumps it in the near side corner, and the Mayhem will again be offside. Faceoff is going to come to the near side of the neutral zone on the Moorhead end between Ross and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw. She's going to send it into Lovejoy just inside of her own end, who will clear it out. Be handled by Brinks along the far side, stolen away by Shirley and picked off by the Mayhem. Ross is going to go the other direction with it. Ross and Swenson, centering pass. Nobody home, will end up along the far side wall and be taken there by Brinks around back behind the Moorhead net. Backed away by the Spuds, cleared out by Strand. Shirley is going to have it on the near side, carried in. Centering pass is going to be knocked away by Coxman before it'll get to Hockett, but it'll end up going in on the pad of Dobitz, who will cover it up. 2:18, second period, 3-1 Moorhead lead. Spuds are going to change it up. Face off Ross and Lane. It's going to be controlled by Lane or by Ross and cleared out to center. Akron to Little. Lane will have it at the neutral zone. Takes it in far side. Runs into a whole mess of traffic. Puck is going to come free and up to Akron. We'll send it down into the corner. Walker will have it about midway and carry it around back behind her net. Along the far side, she's going to carry it all the way into the Moorhead end and have it stripped away by Hendrickson down in the corner. Lee tries to clear, held up by Kaufman, and then sent out to center. Walker, just outside of her own zone, is going to drive it in on the near side, takes a shot that'll be redirected behind the net. Hendrickson will send it in the corner. It'll be gathered up there by Klotzman. Shot. Save made by Pace, and the rebound is going to get picked up and put away. And the Mayhem cut their deficit by one. Minute 16 left in the second. 3-2 Moorhead lead. Face-off out at center is going to be between Hohers and Shirley. Strand and Hocken left and right. Swenson and Lovejoy on the blue line. Swenson ahead. Cleared right back out by Chase. Swenson flips it up off the boards. Hohers will have it, take it in. She's going to carry it all the way down in the corner, around back behind the net. She'll look for the wraparound. Kick save made by Paulson. Rebound will get steered over on the near side wall to Schmidt. Schmidt centering pass. Hohers sends it back behind the net. Hendricks will have it along the near side, or Strand will have it along the near side wall. Out through center, tries to center it up, knocked away by Schmidt. And the Spuds will end up going in offside. We'll have 43.8 seconds to go in the second. Face off near side, neutral zone. Just outside of the Mandan end is going to get dumped into the Mandan end by Lovejoy and turned right back out by Schmidt. Far side Swenson, up and off the boards. Sent out to center by Chase. Carried into the Moorhead zone, shot, kick save made by Paulson. Goes back behind the net. Little will be headed to the box for checking, and Mandan Mayhem will be headed back to the power play with 20.7 seconds left in the second. Hi. This has been quite the game. This is going to be an amazing thing for you guys to rewatch. So face off near side of the Moorhead end between Lane and Ross with 20.7 seconds. Schmidt will take the shot. It'll get knocked down in traffic and go back behind the net. Kotzman will have it. Shot right out in front from Brinks. Will get covered up by Paulson. We'll have 11.1 seconds to go in the second. Dobitz is headed to the bench for the 6-on-3 advantage, because apparently Swenson was sent to the box for something. I didn't see what the call was. So it'll be a 6-on-3 advantage for 11.1 seconds. Sent up to Schmidt. It's going to find its way out to center. Lane tries to fight all the way down and in, get the empty netter, but it's going to get knocked away, and that is going to do it for the second. After 30 minutes, your Moorhead Spuds are holding on to a slim 3-2 lead. We will be starting the third on the penalty kill, on the 3-on-5 penalty kill for a minute 40. And then we'll have a minute 49 left of 5-on-4. So with that, we're going to take a break, and I need a breather. So 30 minutes in the books, 15 minutes to go. We are back to start the third. Your Moorhead Spuds are leading this contest 3-2, but are going to start the third on a two-man shorty advantage. Be a minute 40 to 5-on-3. At a minute 49 of 5-on-4. Spuds take to the ice. They're ready to get this over. Mandan was a little bit late trailing to the game, but they're here. So to start the third, it'll obviously be Paulson and net. On the blue line, it's going to be Hendrickson and Lovejoy. Nope, Lovejoy's headed off. It's going to be Hendrickson, Ekron, and Hockett. And Shirley. Kind of hard to start the third. Down by 2, you don't know who's playing what. Face off center, Ross and Shirley is going to be sent down into the Moorhead zone, tipped right back out by Hendrickson. Ekron sends it out. It'll be Melhoff or Walker at center. Walker has it knocked away by Shirley. Shirley drives the zone, has it chipped away by Davis. Into the Moorhead end, it'll be Brinks along the near side wall. She brings it around, sends it through the crease, and Shirley is able to clear it out. Walker at center. Mayhem will have to reset. Davis near side, sends it across to the far side and into the corner. Ekron will collect it there. Round behind the net, along the near side wall, Hendrickson. Shot from a side angle is going to get knocked down by Paulson. Spuds try to clear. It'll be brought in along the far side. Shot take. It'll go off the side of the cage and up into the outside netting. And that one will be offside. 40 seconds remain on 5-on-3. 49 seconds on 5-on-4. 13:59 to go in the game. Face off far side between Hohers and Hockett. It'll be up to Schmidt. Down into the corner. Lovejoy holds it up there. Along the wall, she tries to send it out. Chase is going to turn it back the other direction, back behind the net. Ekron is going to help Paulson out, and they're going to freeze it up. We'll have 24 seconds left on 5-on-3, 34 seconds left on 5-on-4. Hohers and Hockett far side. Knocked into the slot, cleared out by Ekron. Shot from the far side, kick save made by Paulson. Hockett is going to come away with it, drives it out through center. She's able to carry it all the way down into the Mandan zone. And she'll get tripped up, and they're going to go back the other direction, 3-on-2. Schmidt along the far side wall, dumps it into the corner. It'll go back behind the net to Frost on the near side, who tries to center it up. Ekron tries to clear it. Chase goes for the shot. It'll get knocked down by Hockett. Spuds are down by 1. So we had 3 in the box? Because apparently Lane is in too. I'm not sure what's going on anymore because now we're skating 4-on-5. Pocket will have it at center. Hendrickson along the near side. Will be held up out at center, right in front of the Mandan bench. Dumped into the Moorhead zone by Kotzman. She'll take it into the corner. Tries to center it up. It's going to come all the way up to Walker at the point, who's going to take the shot from there. It'll get knocked down in traffic. To be held up along behind the net by Little. Up to Walker, far side, tries for the shot. Will end up down in the far side corner, centering pass. Backhand shot gets turned away in traffic. Kotzman will have it along the near side. She's going to send it up to Davis. Davis cross ice to Walker. Walker with the shot. Glove saved by Paulson. Will end up back behind the net, set up to Walker at the point. Walker's shot is knocked down by Little. Little gets knocked down by Walker and runs into the wall. Right out in front of Paulson. Puck comes free. Walker's going to have it. It'll get sent back behind the net to Ross. Ross tries to center it up. Shirley turns it back into the corner. It's going to get sent across ice and into the near side corner. Kotzman tries to center it up. It floats loose right out in front of the slot. Kick saved by Paulson. And Brinks is going to pick up the rebound and bang it in and tie this game at 3. So once again, we're having a discussion with the refs. No idea what's going on.
That's right.
So Spuds are back at full strength with 11:24 to go. Puck will be sent along to the far side wall. Held up by Shirley and dumped into the Mandan zone. Kotzman, far side, sends it around back behind the net to Brinks on the near side wall, and they're able to clear it out. Ross out at center. Lovejoy into her own zone. She's going to turn it back behind the net. Sends it across into the far side. Strand will go get it. Taken there by Melhoff, carried back behind the net. Centering pass, picked off by the Spuds, taken the other direction by Hockett Swenson. Puck will be knocked free by Schmidt and end up back behind the net. Set up along the glass. Eckert will have it just inside of her own zone. Out through center, drops it off at the face-off circle. Lee's going to backhand it in. It'll be sent back out by Hoers. Shirley, far side, down into the corner. Centering pass is going to be intercepted by Brinks. From the far side, Hendricks shot, knocked down in traffic. Back up to Hendricks again. Shot, kick saved by Dovitz. Sent up to Eckert at the point. She's going to take it down into the far side corner and around back behind the net. Puts the brakes on right in the near side corner. Looks to center it up, takes the shot. Kick save made by Dovitz. Rebound by Lee. The puck is going to get sent out to center and go all the way down into the Moorhead end and get called back on icing. .934, 3-3 tie. Face off between Lane And Hoher's near side of the Mandan zone. Cleared out. And down into the Moorhead zone. It's going to be sent the other direction by Swenson. All the way in on Dobitz, who will stick it over to the near side corner. It'll be gathered up there by Walker. Out to center. Lovejoy will have it far side. Chips it ahead into the Mandan zone. It's going to get stolen away by Walker and taken down into the Moorhead end and dumped on past the goal line. Lovejoy tries to clear, turn back the other direction by Kotzman, stolen away by the Spuds, taken out through center by Little. Puck comes free into the far side corner. It'll be Ross behind her own net, who's going to send it out to Walker. Out to center, Swenson. Slings it right back down and in. And that one will get called back on icing. And we'll have 8.5 minutes to go here in the third. Face off far side of the Moorhead end will be between Shirley and Ross. Shirley up off the glass. Pocket is there to pull it out of the zone. Strand will have it far side. Into the Mandan zone. Will be held up along the far side wall. Kotzman is able to clear it out to Brinks at center. Poke checked away by Hendricks. It'll end up along the far side wall. Brinks will have it. Shot blocked by Ekron. Ekron carries it back behind the net, sends it along the near side wall. Chase, shot. Redirected in traffic, goes up and over the top of the net, back behind. It'll come around back to Chase again. Dumped down into the corner. It'll be held up there between Ross and Ekron. And Kotzman will come away with it. She puts a shot on Paulson that'll get kicked away. Ekron will have it far side, or near side, send it out to center. Shirley going hard, one-on-one, shot. Puck loose in the slot. Will get steered off to the side by Chase. Spud steal it away. Lee, backhand shot, knocked away in traffic onto the far side wall. Giving Chase, who sends it out to center. Swenson. Ahead to Lee. Chip backwards by Chase. Will end up just in front of the Spuds bench with Lovejoy. Lovejoy to Lee. Dumps it into the Mandan zone. Little goes streaking in, is able to poke it away and end up along the near side wall and goes down into the corner. Little, backhand. Save made by Dobitz. Puck comes into the near side corner and up to Swenson. Swenson, shot. Stick save made. And I'm not entirely sure why it was so delayed, but they're calling the Spuds offside. 6:43 to go in the game. 3-3 tie. Ross and Lane to face off near side just outside of the Mandan zone. Controlled by the zone, controlled by the Spuds. Little gets tripped up as she enters the zone. Will be taken back the other direction by Ross. Brinks near side, stolen away by Lane. She'll carry it behind the net. And along the far, tries to chip it up out far side. Shot from over there is going to go on Paulson, who sends it up over the net. It'll be Ross. Stolen away by Lovejoy. And then she'll get stapled to the back wall by Ross. Centering pass picked off by the Spuds. Lovejoy looks to clear. Lee touches it up, and it goes out to center. Spuds run for the change. Davis will have it just inside of her own zone. Across to Walker. Ahead to Kotzman, near side, or far side. Puck will come free. Little will try to clear. Pocket. Out to center. Pocket and Lane, 2-on-2. Pocket puts the brakes on before she crosses the line. To enter off sides. Puck will be back in the Spuds zone with Lane. Lane drives the top of the slot. He's able to carry it around behind the net. And the Mayhem are able to clear. Hendrickson. Ahead to Hockett. Can't hold on to it. Davis is going to toss it back into the Moorhead end. Ekron tries to clear it. Dirk is there. Right back to Ekron. It'll be Strand far side. He'll have it stolen away and carried in by Chase. Shot knocked down by Hendrickson. Puck will find its way back out to center. Hohers, Hockett, Strand, and Davis all fight for it. Lane is going to come away with it out at center. Lane drives the zone, top of the slot. Looks for the shot. Save made by Dobitz. Frost will have it along the near boards. Turned out to center. That one's going to go all the way down on Paulson. She'll stick it off to the side. Hendrickson is going to collect it in the near side corner. Ahead to Hawkins. To Shirley. Taken back out by Ross. Ross is going to dump it into the Moorhead zone, and that one will get called back on icing, and we'll have 4 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third. 3-3 tie. Face off near side, comes up to Swenson's shot. Blocker saved by Dubitz. Will be taken along the far side and out through center and carried into the Moorhead zone by Kotzman. Back behind the net will be Lovejoy. Puts the brakes on, goes the other direction. Sends it up to Strand to Hockett at center. Hockett chips it into the zone. Or Shirley will chip it into the zone. Hockett will go get it in the near side corner. Centering pass, too far back. Strand will send it back behind the net again. Strand, Hockett, controlled by Kotzman. She's going to flip it out through center. Eckler will have it inside of her own zone and take it across in front of the net. Dumped into the Mandan zone, and that one will get called back on icing. Faceoff will be the near side of the Moorhead end between Lane and Hohers. Puck will get steered down into the near side corner. Up to Chase. Shot. Knocked away by Lane. Schmidt, far side, takes a shot off of Dirk. Spuds are able to clear. Ekron going back the other direction. Lane and Ekron. Cross ice just ahead of Lane. Backhand Lee. Puck is going to be loose in the slot, controlled by Frost and taken the other direction into the Moorhead end. Frost goes running in offside, so that will come back out to center. We'll have 2:44 left here in the third. Ross and Lane, near side, just outside the Moorhead end. Going to be controlled by Swenson, just inside of her own zone. She tries to clear. Brinks is there to hold. Puck is going to get sent way up into the air. Swenson will have it back behind the goal line. Ahead to Lee, who tries to clear. Davis sends it the other direction. Back to Swenson. Brinks. Swenson. Up to Retzer. Has it knocked away. Shot by Brinks. Will be kicked away by Paulson. Plattsman will have it far side. Swenson down into the corner. She's just going to carry it out this time. Ahead to Lane. Lane tries to chip it into the zone. It's going to be turned the other direction by Walker. Rolling puck back behind the Moorhead net. It'll be Ross. Looks to center it up. It'll come all the way up to Frost and out to center ice. Walker's going to go get it at the red line. Sent ahead, back down into the Moorhead zone. Ekman will have it back behind the net. Along the near side boards. Knocked out to center. Turned back the other direction. Sent into the far side corner by Davis. Hendrickson will go get it, carry it behind her net. Out through center. All the way into the Mandan zone. It'll be Walker who will have it down to the near side corner. A minute 13 to go. Walker back behind the net. Sends it off the far side wall. Davis chips it out to Kotzman at center. Shot, kick save pulse into the near side corner. Kotzman is there. Lane steals it away. Comes around back behind the net. Lane chips it ahead. She tries to send it out. Walker holds it. Strand and chase. 6-on-5 empty net for Mandan. Ross will be back behind the net. She'll have it along the far side wall. Shots by, it's going to be knocked down by Pulse, and Lane is going to come around with it. She goes the other direction, tries for the shot on the empty net. It'll end up on the near side wall with Hackett. Lane back behind the net. Will carry it around and have it stolen away by Hohers. It's going to get sent into the near side corner to Frost. Beckman shot goes just wide of the net and into the far side corner. Kotzman clears it out to center. Hendrickson will have it. Hohers Lane from the far side takes the shot at the buzzer that's going to get knocked down out in front. And that is going to do it. This game is going to end in a tie. And your Spuds will be headed to the third place game tomorrow. Well, into the semifinals for the third place. Because the points are even at, well, no, excuse me. Let me figure this out here. Spuds have 2 wins. Mandan has 1, 2, 3. Spuds are going to the first place semifinals. And right now it's either going to be between Alexandria or the Shout Media Queens. We have not heard who has won that game because that one is still going on. So, now that things have calmed down. Oh, it's been a wild ride here. We're going to call this one quits and get out of here. We'll be back in action tomorrow at 8 a.m. where your Moorhead Spuds will take on either the Shout Media Queens or the Alexandria Cardinals. Winner of that game will advance to the championship game later on in the day. So with that, for my camera operator, Lisa Swenson, and my Twitter master, Lexi Fish, I'm Seth. This has been a production of Krabby Toad Studios. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.